VollGazzRacing Season 2, Round 10, the third to last round of the season. Today we're at Phillip Island, and today is the first chance the Championship leader Deck can have of securing the championship. For that, he's got to score more than 11 points over Monster, and he's got to beat Nelson. And to do that, he's got to be inside the top. He's got to be inside the top 2, which means that even if Chappers beats him, that is pretty much irrelevant. So we are with champion Nelson. He's going to be the first man to start his lap, and into turn 1 so fast through here, and he's already completely outbroke himself, and that is lap over. See who's the, is it VTR? Yeah, I think it's going to be VTR. See if there's anyone in front of him. No, so it's going to be VTR. Going round the long left-hander of turn 3 and into turn 4, Honda hairpin. Round the corner, and now it's a Siberian, and the hit stick has taken a fall. Exit out of Siberia, in through sector, coming into sector 3 now, and through the hay shed. Now through turn 9, and now coming over into MG. Very easy to crash, and also liable to seagulls, but obviously it's seagulls aren't in this game, thankfully, so no headbutting will be in this race. And VTR is going to come round and be the first person to set lap. What is the benchmark time? A 1:24.6. I have absolutely no idea who's next. I'm just going with Monster just in case. There is someone in front of him, but I don't know that. Is it Wigan Everton? Yes, it is. So here comes Wigan Everton out of the final corner. And he does a 1:26 flat, near enough. For Monsters a 1:24.4. Josh does a 1:24.7. Who's next? Chappers. Leon goes 4 6/10 off. Chappers sets the exact same lap time, but goes second. And there comes John round the final corner. And he goes into 7th. Now we got Moxie setting a red sector 3. And Moxie now going around the final corner. And VTR has taken a fall somewhere. Moxie goes across the line and goes into first place. Mr. Hitstick now going around the final corner. John's taken a fall as well somewhere. And the Hitstick crosses the line and goes into second place. Very nice from the KTM rider. So what we're gonna find here is this is generally the fastest pace track where everything's really close together. So I reckon the time's gonna be quite close to each other. Monster there, 24.4. 64 thousandths off. Here comes Leon down the straight. Can he improve further? No. Now we got Deck, championship leader, the pole hound of this season. And now here comes Deck round Lucky Heights into MG hairpin. Now going around the penultimate corner. And now into the final corner. Travis improves and goes into 3rd place. That crosses the line. Goes a second quicker than everyone else. Oh my lord. So Deck smashing it out the park. And here comes Josh. There's crashes everywhere so far, but here comes Josh finishing the end of his lap. and jumps into third place. Very nice by the Irishman. And John's taking a full, I'm going to guess that's an MG corner. Nelson still yet to set a lap time. Here comes VTR. Wow, in that, look at that, from 2nd to 6th, not even separated by, just separated under a 10th. Amazing. Look in Everton. Hopefully not going to be disturbed by the traffic. Possibly Joe that could wrap it up. Monster's gonna have to have a bit of a stinker, but we'll have to see. He comes Wigan Everton. Goes in. He does not improve his time. Nelson though is now going around Lucky Heights and into MG, taking it nice and tight. So Nelson needs to beat Deck like he did last week to remain in the championship fight. So he needs to just beat him in any kind of circumstance, and his title hopes will stay alive of him retaining the title. And Nelson goes into 2nd. Vito having a crash, and now Leon is also on a lap as he's now going round the ultimate corner, and so is John. So we'll go to him as soon as Leon finishes his lap. You see John in the background there. And Chapper's also improving. I say that and he goes, he's probably crashed at MG. He's probably just changed direction, the front's locked. Easy to do. And Leon improves in time again, but not position. And here comes John. Across the line, jumps to 10th. So from 2nd to 8th, just over 0.2 of a second separates them. Incredible. Go hit stick now, we're currently in 7th. Third Island's always known for how close it is with the riders. It's very rider friendly track. Well, not friendly, but enjoyable to most riders. Got VTL lead and John improving. Mistake stick now improving. It's VTL behind him, innit? Yep. Going around Siberia. Oh, has Mr. Hitstick ran on? Yes, I believe he has. And here we go now. Wigan Everton's crashed in sector 2, probably at Honda hairpin. Oh, VTL getting on the grass there. So Leon again going to. Oh no, Hitstick, get out of the way. So here comes Leon now going out the final corner. Once is improving as well, so here comes Leon across the line. Improves again. Here comes John. Oh, looks like he's run out of fuel. VTR goes into 2nd. And Monster coming out the final corner. And Chappers has crashed again. Monster across the line and he goes into 2nd. And now Nelson. Oh, that was not what he needed there. So here comes Leon now through Siberia. And up the hill, and he's lost it. Mogsy. Going round the penultimate corner. And now into the final corner. Also just remembered that Josh does have a 2-10 penalty, so it may be, oh, it's not a big penalty for this place, it's probably the worst place to have it. As Moxie improves and goes into 3rd place. So constant improving by all the riders. And Monster once again improving, so Monster who he's the safest person to not lose the chance of the title. He's gone the curb there, that's probably going to cost him his drive, and he's gone on the grass, and that, oh my god, Well, he managed to make an incredible save. Here comes Josh now through Honda hairpin. So he will need to improve his time by quite a bit. Moxley once again improving. We'll just keep an eye on Moxley. Now going around Lucky Heights. Moxley's lost his time. What about Josh? What's he going to do? He's going to keep it up. Always had a little bit of a lock up there in the rear tyre. Going round the penultimate corner and now into the final corner. Oh, he's on the grass, and that is a sad end. So it could have been a great lap. Here comes Shappers, looking to improve. Literally a 10th for jumping 2 places onto the middle of the second row, and here he goes. And he jumps into 3rd. That's what he would have wanted, but here comes VTR. He doesn't have to improve by much to get onto the front row. This is what it is. Just constant improving by little margins, and you will just jump a whole row. Here he goes, and yeah, he does exactly that. Jesus, so close. So it's John now going round the penultimate corner. From the second stance, it doesn't look likely that he's going to improve, but he's so if his fourth sector is better than his current one. As he crosses the line, unfortunately does not. Josh, where are you? There you are, and he's running on through. Looks like turn 4. That's definitely not Nelson. There is Nelson going through turn 3 and sliding through turn 4, running a bit wide. This has all the potential to be a great race. You've got, I'd say, about 7, 8 riders in contention here for a podium. That's obviously if they all stay on, which I guarantee won't, unfortunately, because crashes will happen. Hopefully they won't, obviously, but there hasn't been a race at all where a crash has not taken place. But let's pray, because this has the potential to be an absolute corker, like most Phillip Island races. Massive group fighting for the podium. Any of these guys can get a podium. To see who puts himself in the right place at the right time at this rate. You could be the most consistent. So here comes Mr. Hitstick now. He had a great start to the season, but he's dropped off a bit. And here comes Mr. Hitstick. Can he join the under a second club, as you could call it? No, he does not. He loses out. What about Leon? No, he loses out as well. Wigan Everton coming around the final corner. He's got Chappers behind him. I think he's going to be signing his potential last lap. As Wigan improves and puts back into 10th. Wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, I was going to say if Wigan didn't move there, Chappers might respawn. But luckily... Oh no, Nelson! Nelson, that's not what Nelson be wanting to do. Here comes John now, round turn 9, Mogsy's crashed. Chappers improving in sector 1, so could he nab the front row spot from VTR? John, I thought he lost the front then. Josh is down. They're all pushing like mad. All they need to do is get just a couple of hundreds. Or a 10th depending, and they'll be on the front row. Here comes John coming up the final corner. He's going to end this lap, and if he's got enough fuel, another lap. He does improve in time, but not position. Chappers now going through Lucky Heights, and now in through to turn 10 and MG, locking up the rear a little bit there, but it's all good. He's improving though. This could be potential front row, but VTR's also improving, and so is Mogsy. Here we go round the final corner. Firing the bike out. Mogsy's crashed. That is his charge for the front row over. And across the line, and Chappers just misses out. Just was not able to put that last sector together. I didn't really see much of a mistake there, so just maybe a little bit of a mistake somewhere. But VTR really improved. No, he doesn't improve either. Wow. So this might no. We've still got Nelson. Nelson who's down in 7th. This is not where we usually see the champion. Does not pull a lap together. Well, I say that he's only like, because everyone's so close that. Oh my dear lord, that traffic! Absolute traffic jam in front of Nelson. But how much can Nelson gain in the final sector? Can he improve? Well, he's going to be on the second row anyway because of Josh's penalty from last weekend. And here he goes down the straight. And Nelson robs the front row spot. Wow. Left that late. So it is Deck who takes his 10th pole position in a row this season. 10 out of 10 for the championship leader. Monster in 2nd and Nelson in 3rd. Those two need to be on that front row to stop Deck at the start. VTR in 4th. Great qualifying by him. Chappers in 5th. Mogsy in 6th. Hitstick in 7th. Josh after his penalties in 8th, so he's only lost 1 position, so that's he's got lucky there. He could have got screwed over quite hard by that penalty. Leon in 9th. Wigan Everton in 10th. John 11th, and Gammy, who wasn't able to make it today, would have filled up that last spot. Where he would have been in the grid, who knows? Here we go. So you're all going to put their setup, maybe tweak their setups, change their tyres, change their fuel, and see who comes out on top. There's a long goal run into the fast 4th gear turn, 130 mile an hour. So hopefully everyone can get through that nicely. Turn 4 is going to be a bit of a hot spot for the turn 1 melee. That might happen. Hopefully no one loses the front or has their bikes skating across the ground and maybe potentially being a bowling ball. But time will soon tell. Oof. Just waiting on Deck, so here we go. So Deck's first chance at winning the title. It's not likely that it will happen, but there's still a chance. So here we are. I'm bothered with Monster to start with, and we are away in Australia. And it's going to be Monster who gets the whole shot. Well, he's not the whole shot, sorry, but he's got the initial launch, and into turn 1 to go. Oh my god. It's chaotic, and it's Leon's gone down through turn 1. But everyone's got through kind of nicely. Monster in 1st, Nelson in 2nd, forced his teammate wide. Deck in 3rd, Moggs has gone down, VTR in 4th, trying to get into third there. And I think Chappers might have gone down as well. Something's gone on there in turn 2. And into turn 4 they go. Everyone holds their breath. Deck goes up the inside of his teammate Nelson. Contact between the two Petronas riders. Twice there. Everyone's got through. There's no chaos at turn 4. So it's Monster who leads the way. Deck in second and Nelson in third. With VTR in fourth. And then the two Repsol Hondas. Josh and John in 5th and 6th. Here we go into MG for the first time. What's going on at the top there between a Tech Trois. So Wigan, I think he's trying to hold up Mr. Hitstick. So here we go. Around the final corner for the first time. Deck taking a lot of curve. That's not going to help his exit. Especially against that Honda. So into the first lap, Monster leads the way. He's on the Honda, so he's not going to have to worry about straight line speed of Deck. You got Nelson. He needs to beat Deck. So far, so good. So Deck at a spot he could probably afford to stay in, but he'll be wanting another win. Through turn 3 they go. The top 5 all close together, and you still got John as well, who's quite close. Oh no, we're gonna. Oh no, Deck's gone down, trying to pass Monster, and that is big. I think. Oh no, who's that down? John's gone down. As I was speaking good about him as well. So Deck trying to make the move on Monster into turn 4, loses the front, and now Nelson inherits the lead with VTR in second and Josh in third. Mr. Hitstick has managed to make his way past Wigan Everton in 4th. And Wigan Everton's now in 5th. Monster after that crash is 6th. Deck in 7th, Muggsy in 8th. Chappers in 9th. John in 10th. And Leon is in 11th. So absolute drama. But Nelson out in front, and he's got his wish. Josh and VTR now looking to. They're both in podium positions. Here we are at the here we are. So we got Monster's made his way through on Hitstick, and so does Deck. Deck makes his move on Wigan. No, on sorry, why did I say Hitstick? It's Wigan. I did say one to go. So Deck making a uncharacteristic mistake. Usually he's gone round the outside of 2 Tech Trois this season and lost the front, but this time he's lost the front on the inside, and he's taken Monster with him. And into turn 4 again he goes, and it's all good. Whoa, Wigan! Understeering out of turn 4, hits the grass, and he is down. Absolute chaos at the start of this race. So we've got Josh and VTR still close together. I believe VTR hasn't got a podium yet this season. Josh has had 2. But only a best finisher 3rd. Mr. Hitstick in 4th. Holding his own. Seems to be running a lot better than this week compared to the past few rounds. He seems to have struggled the KTM. But let's see how he does. See if he can maintain this performance. He's got Monster behind him. Going to use the slipstream to try and get alongside into maybe make a move into turn 1. Not close. Yes, he's on the inside. He's going to have the inside for turn 2. Monster's going to try and do the undercut, and he does do it. Force a little bit of a setup there, but it's all good. And Monster is now through into 4th place. And now into Honda hairpin they go. Is Deck looking up the inside? Hitstick, no, he's not close enough into Siberia. No, Deck's got to find a place to make this work. Oh, he's ran into the back of Hitstick there. I don't know whether that was just Deck taking so much more corner speed or Hitstick making a mistake. And now into Lucky Heights they go. hits it running very wide, taking the defensive line. That's going to try and get the run. No, he's not. He's going to run on the grass. That's not going to help him at all. And Monster forming a gap, and he is starting to chase VTR and Josh. Deck in the slipstream of Hitstick. Can he use the power of the Yamaha? Let's go round the outside into turn 1, and he does. Oh no! Oh my god! What on earth has just happened there? Well, that's going to definitely be something to look at the end of the race. But Monster's... Oh! Bit of contact there. So Monster's managed to weave his way past Josh. I'm going to guess Josh has made a mistake somewhere for that to happen. But Josh now in 4th place. And Monster now looking to chase VTR. We go round Lucky Heights and into MG. Deck not close enough to make a move. Or is he? Nearly got the exit there. He's going to look underneath though. Make that Yamaha turn as it does so easily. And he is through. Nice. Very nice move. But now he's going to be under pressure from that Repsol Honda and the slipstream down the straight. And Deck has escaped. So what drama this race has brought up was 6 laps in. Nelson out in front, took the lead after the collision between Deck and Monster in lap 2. Turn 4, oh, John's crashed again somewhere. VTR in 2nd, Monster in 3rd, Deck in 4th, Josh in 5th. Mogsy in 6th, Chappers in 7th, Leon in 8th, Hitstick in 9th, John in 10th, and Wigan in 11th. The Deck now getting on the rear wheel of Monster. And now into MG they go as Monster makes a mistake. He locks up the rear tyre. Is Deck going to pull the same move he did on Josh? Sorry. Is he going to pull the same move that he did on Josh the previous lap? No, he's not. Oh, Monster's got on the curb there. And Deck is now going to get the run on Monster with Slipstream. Is Deck going to be able to make a move into turn 1? No, he's not. Monster's able to hold him off. Monster goes wide though. Deck's going to turn that Yamaha, go up the inside of Monster. Monster's going to try and hold it round the outside, use the power of the Honda. Deck is through. But here comes Monster back up the inside into turn 4. No. Deck manages to hold Monster off. And now Deck makes the charge to VTR. VTR making a bit of a mistake there, it looked like, through Siberia. And the chase is on. Can Deck get into 2nd place? So out in front, Nelson, who's just done his thing. He's just been consistent. Not really, well, from what we've seen, not too many mistakes, and doing the business. Looking to take his 2nd race win of the season, his 2nd race win in a row. VTR in 2nd, he's done a great job being in the podium positions the whole race, pretty much. And we're sure he's going to fight for this podium position as he sees Deck and Monster closing in on him. Josh has crashed. Is that turn 2? Yes, it is, from what it looks like, yes. And Chappers goes through there to take P6 from him. And Deck now right, getting round the back of VTR. Deck running wide though through turn 4. Wants to be wishing Deck did that the previous lap. So we go around Siberia. And through the hay shed. And then Lucky Heights. Deck is going to look to try and maybe go up the inside through Lucky Heights. And maybe he's going to try and just cut him in through MG. VTR takes a very wide exit. Deck just gets the exit and he goes round the outside, and that is, well, that is brilliant from Deck. And Deck is now on the charge for his teammate. 2.9 seconds the gap, 6 laps to go. The chase is on. The chase is on once again, but this time Deck's got a lot more laps under his belt, I believe, than last time. Monster running a bit hot through turn 2 there. Here we go into turn 4. Monster's going to go up the inside of VTR. VTR is not. I thought VTR's going to be able to turn the bike underneath him there, but I think he got set up so much that he just wasn't able to get the driver that he wanted. And Monster's now through into 3rd place. So it's a Petronas 1-2 with LCL Honda 3rd. 2 Monsters in 4th and 5th. You got Chappers in 6th on the Suzuki. Josh in 7th on the Repsol. Leon in 8th on the Suzuki. Hitstick in 9th on the KTM. Wigan in 10th on the Tektron. John in 11th on the other Repsol. Mr. Hitstick on the back of Leon. Just take a look at if anything happens here. And you got Josh on the back of Chappers as well. Hitstick maybe going for the classic MG hairpin pass. No. Deck has got the gap down to 1.9 seconds in 1 lap. Now we look at Chappers and Josh. Suzuki versus Honda. Suzuki will be benefiting in the turns, and Honda will be benefiting down this straight. Josh not close enough. And now through turn 2. There you go. And now down the straight into turn 3. And into turn 4. Can Josh not close to make a move, and he actually runs quite wide. So he's taking a nice tight line, defending Josh quite well there. But as we watch them, Nelson's gap is shrinking by the second. Nearly under a second now. Nelson's going to have 4 laps to hold Deck off, because if he wants to remain in this championship fight. The gap's now 7/10 of a second. As we now go back to the front, look at that. Deck most likely taking fastest laps of the race at this point. Here we go through turn 1 they go. Quickly check on this battle here, because there might be a pass. No. So we're back at the front. Nelson is now going to have to defend for his life for these 3.5 laps, as Deck is right on the back of him. What once was a 3-second gap is now pretty much nothing. The 2 teammates have done a stellar job all season. Nelson having a bit of a stumble for the first half, until Motegi, where his fortunes turned round to gain his first podium, and it's gone a bit better since then. Oh, and John's crashed again. Through MG they go. You can see that Deck just loves to hug that curb compared to the other riders. And ooh, so here we go. Deck. Oh no, Nelson's gone on the curb. That is not what he needed. And Deck's going to get an absolutely fantastic run. He's going to be in the slipstream. This is Deck's chance to pounce. Falls alongside his teammate. And Deck is through turn one. Nelson tries to defend, but he's in doing that he's ran wide and he's lost time. He's gonna have to hope for a mistake from Deck as he runs wide himself. That is not what he needs. He's trying to fight back. He needs to fight back for this championship. Through turn 3 they go. And Nelson's he's pushed, and that is pretty much game. Unless Deck makes a massive mistake. I think that might be Nelson's title hopes in tatters as Josh has managed to make his way past Chappers. Don't know when that happened, but over the past lap it happened. Did not notice that. Could have been as recent as 10 seconds ago. So Josh is 8 seconds behind Mogsy. I don't believe, unless there's a crash, that gap is going to be doable. But we got Mogsy and VTR who have done a stellar job. 4th and 5th for the Paradigm. Especially Mogsy after his crash at the start of the race. So Deck out in front, signed a penultimate lap of the race. Taking the lead a lap ago. $19 points Deck leads by from Monster. Stays like this, it become 24. And there'll be 6 points less than needed. Wicked Everton's crashed. I don't know where that'll be, but that might give John a chance to steal the last remaining point if the crash sequence takes long enough. Looks like it's only lost Wigan about 5 seconds. So here comes Deck into MG for the penultimate time. And now into the final corner. So it's final lap time. Deck leads. He made a mistake on lap 2 and foul at turn 4, wiping out Monster in the process. But he's made his comeback and he now leads the race. You've got Mogsy closing on a VTR. Can VTR hold off his teammate for P4? This will be an equalled best position of the season for VTR, who's had a couple of bad races since Donington Park. VTR looking to get back on track for the final 3 races of this season. Into Honda Hairpin they go. Mogsy's gaining and gaining and gaining. Will Mogsy have the chance to pounce? Probably. It will probably be MG Hairpin at a guess. Mr. Hitstick is also. What is it? So you've got also the battle for 7th as well is emerging as well. So that is very. Well, expecting that at all. So here we go. Round Lucky Heights they go and into MG. I think VTR's going to hold it unless there's a mistake. But round the final corner goes Deck. And Deck's going to take his 3rd win of the season. Oh my god. That was very questionable tactics there. Unless he's relatively ran out of fuel, but VTR finishes 4th, Mogsy in 5th. Josh comes around the final corner to finish in 6th position. Chappers is going to hold on into 7th, Leon in 8th, Hitstick in 9th, and Wigan is going to come around the final corner. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Just. So Deck takes his third win of the season, and that means that Nelson is out of the championship fight, meaning it is third place Monster, who is the only person who can stop Deck now from taking the title in the last 2 rounds. 24 points it'll be. So that's going to be very interesting. VTR taking an equal best finish. In 4th, Mogsy in 5th, Josh in 6th, Chappers in 7th, Leon in 8th, Mr. Hitstick in 9th, Wigan in 10th, and John in 11th. Right, is everyone here?
Yeah.
Okay, so Monster, you were leading the way to begin with. You had a great start, and then unfortunately, from what I managed to see, Deck tried to make a move into turn 4 on the second lap and lost the front and skittled you with him. Then you did a great comeback and was able to finish third. How was it?
Oh God.
So happens again, has it? Right. We'll take it that he's gone to the toilet or something. So we'll move on and we'll come back to him later. So Nelson, you did a great race. You're in third place on the first lap, and then you were in the perfect spot to witness the crash in front of you at turn 4. You led for most of the way until you made a little bit of a mistake in the final corner, which cost you a great your drive, and Deck pulled alongside you and then pulled the gap after you made a couple of mistakes. But you finished second, but unfortunately your title hopes are now over. How was it?
It was an okay race. I just benefit from the crash of the guys. Overall, I just get my consistency going, but for some reason my medium front tire decided to be cold as heck again. So just the same story as in Coda. It was cold. I couldn't push. So whenever that got behind me, I tried to push, but it still didn't heat up for some reason. And then I just started making stupid mistakes in the last corner, and I believe in the first sector as well. And that cost me a lot of time to fight with Deck. So that means my championship hopes are over. I'm kind of bummed about that, as in season 1 I was the champion, and now I'm out of the championship. But season 3 I will push for it again.
Thank you. And Deck, you made it hard for yourself at turn 4 on lap 2, but you fought back. You did a great job, and you took I believe your third win of the season, and you've extended your championship lead. How was it?
It was alright. The race went well. Didn't try and push too hard because I didn't want to fall. Tried to stay consistent. My wreck was unfortunate. Tried to avoid Monster, and I went inside instead of outside and caused both of us to go down. But outside of that, it's a pretty good race.
Okay, so we're Monty here.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so I don't think we'll wait this time, because waiting last time was a bit of a didn't go well. So hopefully we'll get him next week. But thank you for watching. Great job by everyone, and we will see you tomorrow for the second tryout for next season, and then we'll see you next Sunday for the penultimate round at Sepang. Goodbye.